As a busy wife and mother of two, life can be crazy. Whether you're a student, working in the field, or have a family of your own, we all know how this can be. Hi everyone, my name is Kayla Johnson, and today I'm going to basically explain to you how to meal prep. Eliminate the stress and time of everyday life by cooking every single night by meal prepping. It saves you time, it saves you money, it helps you shop more efficiently, and most importantly, it keeps you on track of a healthy lifestyle. You can prep your dinners and lunches. Most people do that, or if you'd like to do all three, you can do breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You can also do snacks too. I know for a lot of people that are eating healthy, or are on diets, or just a healthy lifestyle and all together, meal prepping really comes in handy for those to keep them on track. The amount of prep just depends on your time and your dedication. So obviously the more time that you have, the more you can get done in advance just to keep you on track. Today's goal is just to introduce to you how to meal prep. 3 key points. You need to choose your meal that you're wanting to do, you need to have a plan, and you need to prep. So what is the meaning of meal prep? It's planning and preparing meals in advance for a week, for a month, or even a year. You may have heard of people meal planning, just with using Tupperware. You can also do it with canning, if you're familiar with that. You want to cook your items in bulk and eat leftovers. Yes, I said leftovers. Those with families love leftovers, which are good because they can be used for an additional meal the next day. They could be added to something else, or they could be used for lunches. I know my husband uses them for lunches, and he loves it. Also, one more thing that having leftovers does is it kind of stretches your dollar a little bit if you think about it. If you have a little bit of leftover meals, you're going to save a little extra instead of going to, say McDonald's or something to get something, you had leftovers from the previous night, so you're set to go. Before meal prepping, some things that you need. You're going to need like a food saver, like so. This system is, obviously it's used to save food. It's a little bit expensive, compared to just buying your food saver bags. But for those of you that are going to do this and are going to, definitely use your time well, then I would invest in one of these. If you don't have time, then just get a bag, freezer bags, or some Tupperware. Those work well as well. You're also going to need freezer tape and a black marker. On the food saver bags, you can write on the bags, and as well as the freezer bags themselves. But on the Tupperware, you want to be able to put a strip on it and be able to remove it so you're not writing on the Tupperware itself. Last thing you're going to need is a food scale. This is going to be used to weigh out your meats or even your vegetables or fruits if you need to. So let's get started. Pick a day of the week that you would like to just plan and prep and have one day. You're also going to do your shopping in this day. I personally like to do Sunday, and I use a calendar like this just to write, just to be able to put down what we're going to have for dinner for the, through Monday through Friday. The weekends I usually leave open just if we, want to go get something to eat as a family, just something like that, or just pick something on the fly. Now, when you're planning your meal for the week, you need to use the Guideline. For those of you that are wanting to try different meals, or just or are eating healthier, just stick to this Guideline. You're going to want a protein, a starch, a vegetable, and then you're going to want to have your healthy fats, which could be like your extra virgin olive oil. You could throw that in with your vegetables when you saute, or your meats. Those are healthy. Everyone is different, so you're going to customize this to your own. If you have a hard time thinking of things, you can use Google. That's a great place, or Pinterest. For those of you that aren't familiar with it, definitely check it out. It's a good place to just you can type in meal prep. Gives you all kinds of recipes, tools, and tips and ideas. Next, you want to make sure, once you have your meals figured out, you want to make sure you have all the ingredients and add them to your shopping list if you do not. Before you meal prep and are actually ready to prepare everything, you want to make sure you have all ingredients, because you will not be able to, obviously save everything if you're missing one thing. So just double check. Next is the prep. So you go grocery shopping for the week, you get back, and you want to rinse off any of your fruits or vegetables, chop everything up for lunches or your snacks or dinners, and then just put them in bowls like this and set to the side. Repeat the process for your fruits and put those to the side as well. Then you want to prep your proteins. You can either do this two ways. If you're making proteins for your lunches, just go ahead and make up your meat ahead of time, cook it, and then set it to the side. If you're doing a meat prep where you're wanting to just do this all in bulk, you can either leave it raw and just measure them all out on the scale and then put them to the side, or you can go ahead and just cook a bunch of the meat up and then just leave out what you want, so that when we're ready to put everything together, it's already cooked and ready to go. Keep your meats basic. Basic. I use turkey kielbasa. We don't use the regular kielbasa. It's a little too greasy for our liking. You can do just chicken breasts, your ground meats, anything like that. Just keep it simple. That way it's a little bit more flexible to be able to use between other meals during the week. Just some different types of meals that you can prep ahead of time is like your ground meats, your burgers, your meatballs, your crock pot dinners. I know that we like to use chili and do things like that. When everything's already all prepped, then you just want to go ahead and decipher them in your bags or your Tupperware dish, and then you are all set to go, and just label it. Once everything's labeled, go ahead and put it in the freeze or fridge, and you're set. So just remember, choose a day. You're going to need a plan, and then you're going to need to prep. Have fun with this. If you have kids, this is a great way to get them involved. This is a great way to spend family time, and it also teaches them, their food groups. It also teaches them how to budget, how to save some money, and to have a healthy lifestyle. Thanks for watching, and happy prepping.